Now today's lesson is volume of a cuboid. So already we have learned about volumes of certain figures, we can say that objects, in earlier classes. So the solid objects occupy space, we know. So the measure of this occupied space occupied by any solid objects is called as the volume of the object. Okay. So if an object is solid, then the space occupied by such an object is measured and is termed the volume of the object. On the other hand, if the object is hollow, then the interior is empty and can be filled with air or some liquid that will take the shape of this container. So in this case, the volume of the substance that can fill the interior area is called the capacity of the container. Okay. So in short, we can say that the volume of an object is the measure of the space it occupies. Okay. And the capacity of the object is the volume of the substance its interior can accommodate. Hence, the unit of measurement of either of the two is cubic unit. Okay. So if we are talking about the volume of a cuboid, we should consider the measure of the space occupied by the cuboid. Okay. Further, the area or the volume is measured as the magnitude of the region. So correctly speaking, we should be finding the area of a circular region or volume of a cuboid region or volume of a spherical region. Okay. Okay. But in simplicity, we say that find the area of a circle, volume of a cuboid or sphere, even though this mean only their boundaries. Okay. So now observe this figure 13.23. Suppose we say that the area of each rectangle is A. That is the A. Okay. It is the rectangle and it is stacked here. Okay. So for each rectangle, the area is A. Okay. Now the height when it's stacked up, to which the rectangle is stacked up, is H, and the volume of the cuboid is V. Okay. So what is the relationship here of volume with AH? So the area of the plane region occupied by each rectangle into height will be the equal the measure of the space occupied by a cuboid. Okay. So here we can say that V equal to A into H here. Okay. So A is the area of the plane region occupied by each rectangle and H is the height when it's stacked up. Okay. So A into H gives us the volume. So that means we can say that the volume of a cuboid, will be equal to base area, that is A, base area and height. Okay. Base area into height. Okay. Now the base area means how to find out the area of a particular rectangle sheet. We know the area is length into breadth. That means we can say that it is length into breadth into height. Okay. So that means volume equal to length into breadth into height. Okay. Got this? Now already in cuboid we got that volume of the cuboid is equal to length into breadth into height. Okay, so here we can write one thing, that volume of the cuboid is equal to, in short form it will be L into B into H. Okay, where L is the height, B is the breadth, and H is the height. Okay, now for volume, when we measure the magnitude of the region of a space, that is the space occupied by a solid, we do say by counting the number of cubes of edge of unit length that can fit into it exactly. Okay, now if we take the volume of the already got, so it will be volume of the cube we are finding. Okay, now in cube all the edges are equal and we are taking the edge as a. Okay, so as we know that volume of the cuboid is equal to L into B into H. Here L, B and H are different, but in cube figure all the edges are equal, that means all these are equal to A. So we are getting A into A into A. So ultimately the volume of the cube is equal to A cube. Okay, got it? Where A is the edge of the cube. Okay, now we are taking some examples. Example 11. A wall of length 10 meter was to be built across an open ground. Okay, the height of the wall is 4 meter and thickness of the wall is 24 centimeter. If this wall is to be built up with bricks whose dimensions are 24 centimeter into 12 centimeter into 8 centimeter, how many bricks would be required? Okay, since the wall with all its bricks makes up the space occupied by it, okay, so we need to find out the volume of the wall, which is nothing but a cuboid, because the dimensions are here given 24 centimeter, 12 centimeter, 8 centimeter. Okay, so all these are the different, that means it is the cuboid. So here length of the wall is 10 meter, that means we have to convert it into centimeter as the dimensions are in the centimeter. So 10 meter means 1000 centimeter. Okay, now thickness of the wall is 24 centimeter and the height of the wall is 4 meter. So we have to make it in the centimeter, that means height is 400 centimeter. Okay, so what is the volume of the wall now? Volume of the wall is equal to length, here it is, the length is 10 meter, we are writing here in centimeter, here it is 1000 centimeter. Then thickness of the wall is 24 centimeter, here it is 24, and height is here 4 meter, we have already converted it in the centimeter, so it is 400. So ultimately we got 1000 into 24 into 400 centimeter cube, it is the volume of the wall. Okay, so we will keep this value as it is for quick calculation. Now for each brick, it is the shape of cuboid, length is 24, breadth is 12 and height is 8. Okay, so the volume of each brick will be 24, 12 and 8 centimeters cube. Now the question is number of bricks required. So the number of bricks required will be equal to the volume of the wall by volume of the each brick. Okay, each brick. Okay, so volume of the wall already got, here it is 1000 into 24 into 400, and at below each brick volume it is 24 into 12 into 8. We get the calculation, we get the result 4166.6. okay, so we can approx it as 4167. so the number of bricks required is 4167. okay. Next one is a child playing with building blocks which are of the shape of cubes. okay, look at the figure here. Has built a structure as shown in this figure. If the age of each cube is 3 cm, find the volume of the structure built by the child. So we know for cube all the edges are equal. okay, now we have to find out the at first the volume of each cube. So what will be the volume of each cube? It will be 3 and then cube. okay, so it will be 27 centimeter cube. Now number of cubes in this structure is 15 here. okay, therefore total volume of the structure will be 15 into 27 centimeter cube. okay, so it will be 405 centimeter cube. okay, next, volume of the cylinder. Just as the cuboid is built up with rectangles of the same size, we have seen that a right circular cylinder can be built up using circles of the same size. So using the same argument as for a cuboid, we can see that the volume of the cylinder can be obtained as V equal to pi I square h. okay, where h is the height, it is the height, and phi r square is the area of the circular base. Here it is the circular base. okay, so the volume of the cylinder is pi r square h, where r is the base radius and h is the height of the cylinder. okay, so we are taking the example. Look at this figure here, 13.26. The pillars of the temple are cylindrically shaped. If each pillar has a circular base of radius 20 cm and height 10 meter, how much concrete mixture would be required to build 14 such pillars? So, since this concrete mixture that is to be used to build up the pillars is going to occupy the entire space of the pillar, what we need to find here, it is the volume of the cylinder. So radius of the base of the cylinder here given 20 centimeter, and height of the cylindrical pillar it is 10 meter. So 10 meter means 1000 centimeter. okay, so easily you can find out the volume of each cylinder. Here it is pi r square. So it will be 22 by 7 into r is here 20 and then height that is 1000. So here we are getting the value, it will be equal to 88,000,000 by 7 centimeter cube. okay, now if we convert it in the meter cube, it will be 8.8 by 7 meter cube, as 1 and then 60 centimeter cube is equal to 1 meter cube. Then we can write this. okay, so the volume of each cylinder is equal to 8.8 by 7 meter cube. okay, So therefore volume of 14 same pillars will be volume of each cylinder, it is 8.8 by 7 and 14, it will be meter cube. So it will be 17.6 meter cube. So 14 pillars would need 17.6 meter cube of concrete mixture. Okay. Next example 14. At a Ramzan Mela, a stall keeper in one of the food stalls has a large cylindrical vessel of base radius 15 cm filled up to a height of 32 cm with orange juice. Okay. The juice is filled in small cylindrical glasses. Look at the figure of radius 3 cm up to a height of 8 cm and sold for rupees 3 each. How much money does the stall keeper receive by selling the juice completely? So look at the figure first. Now at first we have to find out the volume of juice in the vessel. So what is the volume of the juice in the vessel? So to find out the volume of the juice in the vessel, we need the formula volume of the cylindrical vessel. We know here it is pi r square h. So we are taking capital R, capital H for the large cylindrical vessel. Okay. So here it is pi r square h, where r and h are taken as radius and height respectively of this large vessel already. Okay. So it will be pi into r is 15 square into h is 32, it is the centimeter cube. Okay. Similarly, volume of the juice each glass can hold will be pi r square h. Okay, where r and h are taken as radius and height respectively for each glass. Okay, so it will be pi into 3 square into 8 for each glass. So the number of glasses of juice that are sold will be equal to volume of the vessel this by volume of each glass this. So it will be pi into 15 into 15 into 32 by pi into 3 into 3 into 8. Okay, so it will be equal to 100. Okay, so therefore the amount received by the stall keeper will be 3 into 100. Okay, because each sold for rupees 3, so total will be 300 rupees. Okay, so the stall keeper received by selling the juice completely will be 300 rupees. Okay. Here the question, in this question it will be 3 rupees 3 each. Okay, it is not 15. Okay.